Glider Gaming here, back in the Rustic Dreamland and oxygen not included. Sorry to those folks who also enjoy the other content that I was putting out. Not a lot of it, but I had made like 3 videos of Graveyard Keeper, 3 videos of 2 Point Hospital, but in the fear that this base will become unplayable in a week, you know, I'm just trying to get as many videos put in as possible so we can enjoy as much of this colony as we can before doom may ensue. We will get back to those other videos, I promise. So enjoy the ONI while you wait. Sorry. Okay, so right now our clean water going into base is not doing that. So we need to finish these blueprints over here. I'm also worried about the high likelihood of water just sitting in this room that will become incredibly cold soon and breaking those pipes. So I think we're gonna do some automation here real fast. It's a lot of pipe. If this room gets really cold, that could be a lot of breakage. So I think we're not going to cut down how much water. We want as much water as possible. 10 kilograms sounds great. In fact, how much? What is the max water you can send through a pipe? It doesn't really say. I was thinking about seeing if we could combine and get like more than 10 kilograms, but 10 kilograms is probably fine. So I think basically where's the input here? So it's going to come back around over to here. So it's this line right here is what we need to be looking at. So it's unreachable. Okay. So, what were we doing? We were trying to figure out how to automate this. So, somewhere in here, I don't want water back here, though. So, maybe right here. Element sensor right there. So if there's an element sensor here that detects water, we're going to water is yes, active signal. So if water is yes, I think we want to flop this to a not. Is that how we've been doing it? Yeah, so we need a not gate. Okay, so if water is right here, we're not even going to make water anymore. That way, water will stop. That's one protection. I'm going to do a second protection. I'm just not sure how or where yet. But I assume it's going to be just a shut-off valve. So I'm going to go ahead and install that. So how are we going to control this shut-off valve? There's water right here, shut it off. That way too much water can't be going through the system. I think that's fine. We're going to do another liquid element sensor right there. And a NOT gate. No electricity needed for that, so that's awesome. Okay. And just throw that stuff in at priority 9. This can go in at priority 7. And this stuff can go priority 7. This stuff can go priority 8. Okay. So we've got a little stop here that'll stop water and just let little amounts out at a time so that we don't have it backing up and freezing. Then we've got one over here that stops it from sitting in the hot area. It just stops water production entirely. So we're going to choose just regular water. We're going to choose regular water. So it senses water. We've thrown it through a NOT gate, so when you sense water, do not let more water through. This does not sense water, so please create more water. Perfect. This will also save on electricity because this just won't be constantly running. Okay, so that whole system is moving now. Water's coming out in 20-degree area rather than the 40-degree that it's being created at. So, awesome. And we'll check over here. Over here, it's still at 20-ish degrees, so perfect. Now that's sitting in water. So we're not creating any more water. This is not sitting in water, so it's asking for water. So as soon as we've used enough water, it will ask for more water to go through. Okay. So it does end up being like 26 degrees, 30, 31. So it's not perfect. It's not perfect. And it is sitting in some pretty nasty stuff. But we really can't get it into insulation or anything, so just kind of have to hope this will work. But it's not 90-degree water going into our base anymore, so that will help a lot. Temperature-wise on the base, it is turning more green, greenish yellow than greenish blue, so we could be doing a little better there. So maybe time to start our radiant air conditioning. We have run out of hydrogen. got some weird squiggly pipes here that I'm kind of annoyed with. Kind of need to get rid of them. So I think we're going to take this pipe here, move it up. And then just get rid of all this other silly squiggly pipe. Then I think we're going to deconstruct these ladders right here. And we're going to do something right in this little area. We're going to enter it from up here, though. Pardon me. All right, so basically what we're going to do is we're going to make another cold room right here. Oops. I wanted this guy. And I think we're going to try to do this as a vacuum, which we've never done on this video series before. So we're going to create a vacuum, and then we're going to backfill that vacuum. See if we can handle that. So our generalized cooling blueprint. I think all eggs create the same amount of omelet material, so I just took Drecklets because I know that our egg cracker's programmed for Drecklet. Huh, still can't reach that? Or just not high enough priority that anyone cares? Not high enough priority. Anyway. It is 4 wide and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 tall. 4 wide, 5 tall. So 4 wide. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 tall. I'm wondering if I can actually do this or not, the way I normally would want to do it. So basically what we're going to do is we're going to build these 3 blocks and then break that one. And then build these 3 blocks and break these 2. And then build out and break. And everything inside will be a vacuum. But then I don't think we can come back and do the rest of what we want. So we'll just do it the way we always do it. Let's put an airflow vent tile right there. So it's a fun way to do stuff when you want to have room filled up with something else, but I've never done it before, so I'm just not confident I can do it correctly. So I'm just going to do it the way I normally do it that works. So I think we will go ahead and break some of this stuff too. We're not using it right now, and it's just going to be in the way. If I need it again, I'll rebuild it. Guess we'll break those two. I've never seen anybody climb up a fire pole like they just did there. It's kind of cool. Burn furniture. We need some more flower pots. Doesn't seem tall enough. How did I make a mistake? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's supposed to be 6 tall. Hey, Macarena, don't do that. Not quite tall enough, so. Okay, yep, we just put those just slightly too low. So we're going to fill this room up. Is our first task. Nope, can't get up high enough now to actually build that ceiling. Please hurry. I don't want to lose that gas. Hurry. Hurry. Oh, just in time. We trapped the gas. That was close. Okay, so what's the deal? You have no gas intake, but you have an output. You could be outputting to. So why aren't you outputting? Everything is built. Really need that there? I'll build it. I don't feel like you really need it though, so it shouldn't be a big deal. Okay, we need a wart seed. And then more wart seeds. Okay, now you're not unhappy. Okay, apparently it won't send anything out if you don't have a tile built right there. Now we have that same problem we had before. So I guess we're going to throw in a gas pump right here. Just like this, so that we can fill up our room. This wire has plenty of power available to it, so we will steal from this wire. Oh, for some reason, pumped in for a bit. Okay, perfect. Oh, it might be, Wheezeworts actually do suck gas in and then expel it back out, so it might be a factor of the Wheezeworts, being in there. It's filling up with hydrogen quite nicely, so I don't think we need to do any of this. Oh no, we haven't built, we didn't build the infrastructure we're supposed to build. Crikes. We forgot to do this first. Okay, so we're going to probably take it, shoot. Bring it in here. No. And bring it in here. And out there. Okay, this all needs to be done immediately. Minimal gas loss, please. And this is probably full enough, so let's do that too. Yeah, I see pink down in here, so we've got plenty of that. Mistakes have been made. At least the door's closing after them, so that's nice. You guys just stay in there and build as much as you can. I don't want I want minimalized coming and going. Okay, they ran out of gold amalgam. Okay, y'all done. Nobody's coming in and out of there anymore. Okay. So now we're going to deconstruct this stuff. We're going to deconstruct, yeah, just those. Okay, so what's going to happen is we are going to be piping in hydrogen and cooling it extremely, and then putting it into the base. And we're going to be then allowing that hydrogen that's nice and cool to go through the base and cool the base. Need a bridge right there. Oops, not like that though. up. And what we'll do is we will just have that on a big loop. But we need a bunch of hydrogen to actually do this with. So we did deplete all of our hydrogen that we had stored up. We have a lot of bottled hydrogen. So what we're going to do is, I guess, we're going to build a hydrogen emptier right around here and start pumping that stuff back in. Does this actually work? Yeah, it does. Okay, cool. So I've never actually built one of these before, so we need a gas canister emptier. It's very tall. It can go right there. Can't be built on a door though. We're gonna have to cancel build. Guess we'll build it down on the bottom floor. Right there. So I don't think we need all of these guys anymore. So I'm going to go ahead and deconstruct all but one. That means we don't need any of this pipe. We don't need most of this pipe. We will just build a gas bridge right like that. More shine nymphs. Down here, we've got some lovely steel. Still has iron to pull from, but I'm going to go ahead and turn iron back on. And it seems this has run out of coolant again, and these pipes are damaged, so I guess we're just going to leave this on. The system seems to be working just fine. Just somehow it runs out sometimes, and then we're in trouble. When the oil just sits and it gets too cold. So we're just going to have to leave the system on and running. We used to be growing some sleet wheat right there, but the crude oil found it, and now it's not happy. So why aren't these guys going? Automation says they should be. Oh, because it's run out of petroleum. Because we're not making petroleum. That makes sense. That makes sense. So that'll be one of the next things we can tackle, is how to make more petroleum. I'm really surprised by how very little polluted water is created by these guys. I thought we'd have this huge tank of polluted water available at all times, but we just don't. So, in order to create more crude oil, do we want to create the crude oil? So we have options, guys. We can use an oil reservoir to extract oil from the reservoir. We build a device on it, we pump it with clean water. We have no short supply of clean, hot water, so that's something we can do. We can also go around digging out more of these, because they will just, you know, spill oil everywhere. Of course, we still have this annoyance here, so kind of want to just turn this back on, is my flat out honest thought. So I think we're going to break that. We're going to put a filter. We're just going to then filter the water that's there up. What is this supposed to be? Oh, this is a petroleum line. Okay. Okay. I don't know if that works perfectly. We'll see. See what happens when they break this tile and we can put in the filter. Okay. System's running. Things are good. Okay, they broke that. So, come back in here. Filter. Okay. Yep, so we're going to do it like this. That way we can put our filtered crude oil there, and anything else that's not crude oil can go away. Alright, so by doing that, we can continue to use this, which means we can tap in over here. Can also kind of just drain this stuff as well. So I'll just toss some scaffolding here. Kind of just try to drain all this stuff down. We can come underneath this vent here. Open up into that. So I'm going to start tapping into all these other really heavily pressured oil reserves. We'll wait on that one. Eventually. We could also tap in over on this side, but then we'd have to pump it all the way over to the other side. I don't really have a spot I want to... And I guess I already have a spot where I have entered. So we... no, we can't use that. We'd enter from over here somewhere, I suppose. So at that point, we can just drain what's left over here. Get rid of all this stupid water. Okay, so yeah, we are efficiently cooling all that stuff. And we are heating up the area, but we are still able to get down to a temperature that we find acceptable. So things are going fine for the moment. Okay. So we need a little power for this guy. Looks like everything else is good to go. So as soon as he's powered, we can enable this. So we're going to enable him at 8. We're going to power you at done. We're going to filter you for not petroleum, but crude oil. Alright, so we're pumping again. Got oil draining its way back through at a pretty consistent rate. And then when we tap out all of this, then we'll probably start exploring what we can do with the oil reservoir. Let's repair it, guys. So, once again, it's really unfortunate. We put in that lovely drywall and it's like the base background item, so you don't get to cover up sad things. So, slightly less luxury looking, but the decor just screams luxury. So, very nice. Okay, we have some stuff we need to sweep up down there. Oh, we got a new one. We got a mer person. A dupe? A mer dupe? Need a little bit more drywall in here. Just want the entry, like, this is how you get to the luxury apartments. Kind of drywall entryway. We'll do some short sculpting blocks to also usher in the way. I can't even tell where I'm doing them. Okay, there we go. Okay, we ran out of granite. We did some out of sedimentary rock. That's gross. Cancel. No. Cancel. Oops. That's what I meant to click. Oh, well, here we go. Now we can check and see. Yep, okay. Get some larva eggs on there. Okay, we've got a little stockpile of steel. We've got a nice stockpile of plastic. So, what can we start doing with these guys? So with your transit tubes, you can take dupes from a high point of traffic, like right near your base, by your exosuits, to another high point of traffic. But you just get to cut out the travel time. So we could send them all the way up to the top here, because this is probably going to be an area where we're going to build our telescope. So we could put a little bit more flooring out here. And we can put our transit tube down. So then we have to figure out how to get our transit tube back. So I have to break that ladder. Oops. So we'll come back here and we'll put our in-floor transit tube. We will deconstruct that ladder, so we'll be able to get one in there. So probably break a ladder right there. I don't like any of that. Let's just not do that. Okay, so we've run out of plastic, so we actually can't do this anymore. So that just shows how much plastic you need. We had 3 kilograms, or 3,000 kilograms of plastic a second ago. Now we have none. So we do need to make a lot more plastic. Okay, setting some quick codes. I'm finally doing it. So that's going to be number 3. Center of base. So we can go from here to here. Number 2 is going to be right here. So we can start flipping through places we need to see a little faster. Okay, we have way more water here that was flooding us before, but isn't flooding us now, so I'm really not sure how the flooding system works. But it says there's only 71 kilograms of polluted water on these, so I guess it's just a little higher than it was before. Do I want to harvest all this? I guess if I want to harvest this, I need to mop it up first. So I don't want to drop more. Just, it's granite, and I want more granite because we're running out. guess technically we haven't opened this room yet. That's funny, because it's like the unexplored area. It won't let us actually build stuff there. It's funny. Backed up oil-wise, so we're not producing anymore. We're backed up petroleum-wise, so we're not producing anymore. $11 jobs mastered. When did that happen? So jobs. Oh, this little feller is flooded now. It's gotten warm enough that any ice that was sitting down there has melted, and it's also getting warm enough that we do have to turn this off now, because, you know, I want it to be like 60 or less. 50 or less would be great too. Just I don't want it to be too hot, and it is too hot right now. Section's pretty good, but over here, yep, we're definitely getting warm. So that is working again now, so that'll help. Okay, so the whole system is currently shut off. That's not what we want, though. Okay. Okay, current temperature is 36. So if it's above 36, it's below 40. Let's get that up to 50. So yeah, what's happening is every time it passes, it's defaulting to negative. To 0 Kelvin, which doesn't make sense. It's supposed to remember the last temperature that crossed it. So the temperature is just a little too high, so it's not letting more liquid come out. And now, okay. Okay. So we need to stop flow. That's what I've done wrong. So just have one of these to allow flow here and one of these to stop flow somewhere else. That's what we're gonna have to do. So might have to just redo all this automation too. Let's dig all this out. So things have cooled off again really quick, so it's not a huge problem. So I think I'm going to put my temperature thing, I'm going to move it over here. So we want a liquid pipe thermosensor right there. And then I think we want to go up and back down. Okay, so now I want to do something else. How do I want to do this? I want to reverse the flow. I want to go like this. Okay. I want to go like this. In here. We'll just break all this. We're just going to break it all so I can figure out what I'm doing. Things over here are keeping a reasonable temperature. For as much stuff as happens in here, you know, it's only 40 degrees, so that's good. Okay. We're gonna go here, we're gonna go back. We're gonna go here, we're gonna go back. We're gonna go here, and we're gonna go back. Okay. So we're checking the temperature here. When the temperature here is acceptable, we should let more out. So we're going to go up, we're going to go over. So if the temperature at the bottom is good, release more. I like that. The temperature here is good. Put more in. If the temperature here is not good, stop. So we're going to do a flop, a NOT gate, over here. So if the temperature here is not good, do not allow this to continue. So I'm going to break this one right here. Put in another liquid shutoff. We still might need an AND gate to control this other thing, so let's break automation right there. Just in case we need a backup system to keep things rolling. Oh, an OR gate, sorry. An OR gate, either or. Yeah, that'll work. Oops. That needs power, though. Plumbing-wise, the plumbing is almost done. You're saying all that is unreachable. We better go from here, then. Should be more reachable. I thought sitting here they'd be able to reach far enough away, but I guess not. Okay. So we want it to give more fluid if we are below 50 degrees. If we are above 50 degrees, we would like it to stop. So I believe that is how we want it set. All that is reachable, so we don't need to build another ladder. Okay, as soon as we get this system finished here, we'll call it a video. Just 3 things left to build. And signal is it sending off, so I want it to send on. Come on, dupes, come on. It's important. Temperature's over here back to like -50, so that's fun. We've run out of coolant. The coolant's all backed up here, so that system shut off. Come on, guys. Gals, and any other pronoun you dupes like to use. It's picking up granite. That's definitely more important than the level 9 construction I've ordered. Well, we'll have to come back next time. An hour is a pretty long time for a video, so thank you all for watching. I am so thrilled that people have found my videos and are enjoying them, so keep up watching. I'll keep up making them. Like, subscribe, and leave comments. Thanks much. Bye.